Hey, before we get started, I'd like you to take a pause and take a deep breath. Just place your feet flat on the floor and really feel your feet on contact with the ground underneath you, wiggling your toes. Maybe you're brushing your feet against some carpet, or maybe your feet are on tile. Maybe you're wearing a pair of shoes you really like and they just make your feet feel comfy, or a pair of socks. Now I want you to take your hands and place them on your stomach and take 2 or 3 deep breaths. And notice how your stomach's rising and falling with each breath you take in and out. Let's take one right now. Feel the rise of your stomach, and how it feels. And when you release, feel it drop. Feel your shoulders drop with it. And if you feel comfortable, take this moment to close your eyes. Now, as you keep breathing deeply, feeling your stomach rise, I'd like you to take a breath in and just count to 5. Count quickly if you like, or slowly if you're able to do so. And try to hold your breath for 3 to 5 seconds comfortably. When you're ready, breathe out slowly for a couple seconds. Let's try this again. Keep breathing. Breathe in 5 seconds. Hold it 3 to 5 seconds. And out for 3 to 5 seconds. Let's repeat this breathing process. Find your comfort zone. Find where you're comfortable doing it. You're doing a great job. Well, now that you've settled in, let's take one last deep breath. And let it go. And open your eyes slowly. And just take a moment before we start. And just think about how you feel. Pause it if you need to. You did a great job. Today I want to talk about something that may be a struggle for yourself right now with online school and having to deal with online school. And that's being our own bully. Sometimes we begin to glorify the struggles that we're facing and creating this negative environment for ourselves. And we start to beat ourselves up for the mistakes that we make in front of us, especially right now with online school. Having the accountability lie on our shoulders and beating ourselves up for things like not completing assignments or not completing them fast enough and procrastinating and leaving them to the end, or not having the energy to read articles on a weekly basis that can benefit us in our career path or for our classes and make the classes easier. Or maybe we're not involving ourselves in class enough and we're getting upset at ourselves that we should just turn on that screen and talk to people and talk to the professor and answer some questions. Maybe we're in a group project and we begin to beat ourselves up because we don't believe we're pulling our own weight and we're helping the people in our class. And then now you're beating yourself up and bullying yourself that you think you're letting your classmates down. You believe that you're not bringing a lot of value and you're creating this negative space for yourself. I want you to take a moment and think about the times you've bullied yourself before class, during class, or after class during the week. If you feel uncomfortable, it's okay to take a step back as well. Pause the video. And this is not something easy to do. It's not something comfortable to do. So take this moment for yourself. And as comfortable as you want to be, think about the moments you bullied yourself this semester, this year, last year, 2020. Now that you've taken the moment to reflect on your own self-bullying, think about all the good that you've done. How you pushed through this past year academically, personally. How you pushed through last spring if you were abruptly put on online classes, whatever point of school you were, or this last fall, it's your first introduction to online courses, full online courses. Now take a moment to reflect on how you've done so well pushing through the adversity Just face that self bully that you've been dealing with every day or every other day, and just recognize the adversity and the strength that you've taken on to take on COVID, to take on changes academically, and just recognize how good and how of a student, of a person you've been doing all year, continuing to pushing through, especially during a time where COVID is starting to get a resolution, starting to get some results. And you know you've been good at what you've been doing. You know you've been accountable and taking care of yourself. And it has not been easy. But you have been doing such things like submitting assignments on time, or rarely missing a Zoom call and getting to a Zoom call on time, or even early when you don't have to. Taking notes during class, especially when classes are pre-recorded, and taking the time to remind your classmates of things such as meetups for group projects, or just making sure they're doing well. Now that we reached the end of our session, let's take a moment to recenter ourselves and take a moment to calm ourselves down again and get ready to approach our day. So let's take a moment to take a deep breath in. Take a couple seconds to take that deep breath in, and then hold it for a couple seconds. And then for a couple seconds, just let it out. Those seconds can be in your control. It could be 3 seconds, it could be 5 seconds, whatever you're comfortable with. Let's take a moment to take a couple breaths like that. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. Now let's take a moment and look back at today. What we can take away from our day, from this moment, and apply it to our lives. Let's settle in where we're at right now. And just let our shoulders drop. Can keep breathing. Let our feet sit flat and comfortably on the ground. Now let's take that final breath and let it out slowly. And open our eyes if we had them closed. You did a great job today.